Hello friends and welcome to the wonderful world of animal antics, the home of the funniest and furriest stars on TV. Come with us on a safari through the cyber jungle in search of the wackiest wildlife and most pampered pets online as we hunt down the funniest animal videos ever posted. From the sporty to the naughty, the scary to the hairy and the crazy to the very, very lazy. And although the stars of our show can't speak for themselves, we've chatted to some obedient humans to ask for their opinions, with hilarious consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, this is Animal Antics. On this show we're getting smart as we count down the top 30 brainiest beasts in the world. Our panel of expert eggheads are ready to dazzle us with their intellectual opinions. But who will be the wisest of the wildlife and rise to the top of the class on Animal Antics' clever creatures? We begin in Peru with the most talented terrier on 4 legs. Well, 4 wheels actually. This is Otto the Bulldog, who set a new world record by successfully skateboarding through the legs of 30 humans. He didn't even stop to sniff their crotches.
That is so cool. The fact that he's able to keep in a straight line is actually really clever. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I went on a skateboard, I would fall over just from attempting to get on a skateboard. Whereas this dog is keeping in a straight line, going super fast, going through people's legs. I'm I just feel ashamed of myself as a human being.
Over to Argentina now, where it's almost feeding time. Although I'm not sure this poodle is planning on waiting. He's learnt that if you want to get ahead in life, you've got to help yourself. That's it, I can feed myself. There is no more use for you, human. Power to the poodles. At number 28, we're off to the zoo to meet Yuan Zai, a pretty smart panda. He's learned to move stuff about his enclosure so he can stand on it and reach his food, even though the pesky zookeepers won't lower it down for him.
Imagine that was a human being who was hungry and you put a little loaf of bread above its head and then it couldn't get it and then loads of people were stood around pointing and... Actually, that's basically X Factor I've just described, isn't it? Or Britain's Got Talent.
Maybe there's a guy there with a fishing rod and someone comes up and goes, "Hey, what you doing, mate?" He goes, "I'm fishing for pandas." And he's like, "Well, what bait are you using?" "Half a grapefruit." "Half a grapefruit? You should use bamboo, mate."
And if at first you don't succeed, lie down and give up. Now that is a smart move. We continue in Spain with a cunning canine who's worked out that there's no point in swimming when you can cruise instead. Now that's very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't know where this clip was going because for ages he was, and I'm like, is he going to get it? And then, oh, swashbuckling dog.
I'd want that dog on just any boats with me, just so that I could make it onto a life raft in case. If that dog was on the Titanic, more people would have survived.
It's not that impressive. I once saw a Dashin fix a router, so...
Sadly, pirates took over that boat and the dog's never been seen since.
At number 26, we're in Bali, where thirst has driven this mini monkey a little bit coconuts. But he's a clever creature. He knows that he can't sit around sulking, he's got to get cracking. Oh yeah, that sweet, sweet coconut juice. All right, we're milking it a bit now. Moving on. And we're heading to the US to meet Chunk E. Chicken, a rooster who thinks he's a dog.
Come here, Chuck.
Responding to his name is one thing, but when he starts chewing your slippers, you won't be so impressed.
Good boy.
I've never seen that before. That is brilliant. And it, again, goes to show that it's not only mammals that are intelligent beings, birds are really intelligent too. And in fact, ravens are some of the most intelligent birds in the bird kingdom. So, yeah, it just goes to show you can train birds too.
Come here, Chuck.
From a cockerel who thinks he's a dog to a dog who thinks he's a human. It's all very confusing. This prancing pooch gets very excited when he hears the word cookie. Me too, mate, I get you. Wait, after all this teasing, you're not actually going to give him a cookie? No wonder he's got a chocolate chip on his shoulder. Next up, we've got an intelligent terrier who can spell the word beach.
B-E-A-C-H.
Go to the beach. No.
Wow, he's certainly very perspicacious. Or should I say P-E-R-S? He's certainly very clever.
It would be a really good idea if we brought this dog on set with me on my show, and maybe it could teach some of the cast some things, because some of my cast members aren't really that intelligent. I think this dog is more intelligent than my cast members.
Can you give me a more difficult word? Oh, I need something more difficult.
B-E-A-C-A.
Okay, so smartest animal definitely would have to be the cat, because, I mean, how the hell do they upload all those videos on the internet? It's amazing. Like, they're geniuses. Cats are geniuses. Like, I don't even know how to use Vimeo. How could a cat do it?
Somehow cats have figured out how to get into people's homes, get them to feed them, and do absolutely nothing. They don't even have to show you affection. Yeah. Cats, definitely.
I think the world's smartest animal is a Komodo dragon, because it's not even a dragon, right? It's just a fat lizard. So that's wonderful, like PR. And also, the Komodo dragon, in its mouth, is like poisonous bacteria. So basically, it just has to like bite you, and then it can like go down the shops, and then by the time it comes back, you're dead.
Our Clever Creatures countdown continues at number 22. With a dog who doesn't wait around when he wants to be let in.
Good boy.
Right, now the problem with this is that, like, when he does eventually open the door, he says good boy, which is weird because I reckon he's like planning that dog to go around and thieve, like a thief dog. Like, you just send it around to people's houses, go inside, good dog, good boy, off you go, get Nana's pearl necklace.
So this is really a good example of task-orientated behaviour. So this dog wants to get inside. It's kind of it's finding a way to do it, and once it finds it, it can repeat that behaviour over and over again. So it just shows canine intelligence at its highest. It's incredible that a dog could learn to do that. Not sure a Chihuahua could do the same.
Good boy. What's the matter?
We're in Singapore now, where a chimpanzee is in a puzzling situation. To get his tasty treats, he needs to manoeuvre them through this maze with a stick. I guess they do it to stop him becoming a chunky monkey. He's done it! And he made it look chimpanzee-y too. Ten clips down on our countdown of Clever Creatures. So far we've seen a bodacious bulldog, a peckish poodle, the persistent panda, the dogged dog, this crafty monkey, this running rooster, a cookie lover, a canny canine, the door-pulling pooch, and this skillful chimp. But there are loads of beastie boppins still to come, so let's get cracking with our top 20. Where we head to China to meet a kitty who's really switched on. Or should that be switched off? I thought I'd have some amazing facts for you about this clip, but sadly, I've been left in the dark.
The time it took to get the cat to do that, you could have just done it yourself.
You can get a cat to do pretty much anything with a laser pointer. They go crazy of those things.
Boil a kettle, on the kettle, like that, open the fridge door, just do it over the door. I think every cat should come with a laser pointer when you get a cat, brand new. Kitten, meow, how cute is it? Laser pointer, all right. You don't need robots. They're spending thousands, probably millions, I'd say millions every year in robots. Don't need it. Got a cat, got a laser pointer, that's all you need. Everything.
At number 19, we're heading to the US, where we meet a pretty smart pooch and his not-so-bright brother.
Oh, get Pluto's.
Yeah, come on, Pluto. It's not rocket science.
You have your leash. You ready to go to the park? Pluto, what about your leash?
If this is sibling rivalry, then there's only one winner.
Good boy.
That dog is currently writing a novel in its head called All the Things Wrong with Pluto. It's an overlong trilogy.
Walk himself, this guy.
But
he's proud, he's noble, he's ready to roll.
His brother
is a cretin. Look at that.
Your leash is still hanging out. Good boy.
He's not having his walking time eaten into by this moron. Good on him.
I think, if anything, he'll probably walk that dog later on.
He's about to drive the car
yeah.
to the field, first and foremost.
Your leash is still hanging out.
Heading north to Canada now to meet a chatty parrot.
How are you?
How are you? Oh, yeah?
This all seems very jolly, so I'm not sure why he looks so blue. Maybe he's feeling a little under the feather. Right, I think this clip has reached its peak. Let's take flight. There are so many clever creatures on the World Wide Web. Here are some other smarty pants who didn't quite make our top 30. We continue at number 17 with some dexterous dentistry. You know what they say, a bird in the mouth is worth two in the nose. Or something like that anyway. There is a problem with using parrot dentists though. There's always a massive bill involved.
What in the world? Like, were you on a desert island with nothing else to do? Like, how did it ever come to a point where a parrot is in this child's mouth picking out its teeth?
I mean, I used to tie my teeth like to a door handle to get it out. No, like a bird, like a giant bird.
Right, I'm getting a bit peckish. I could do with a hot dog. And here he is, preparing a tasty burger.
This is crazy. This is hilarious. Pudsey, why don't you make me a burger? Like, seriously, he's not even listening to me right now. This is what I mean. People think he's well behaved, but he's not. He just totally blanks me out.
It's an ugly chef, isn't it? Got a state of that. Very clever. It's good. No, he's licking the sauce. That's disgusting. I'm not going around that house.
At number 15, we're off to the zoo to meet a monkey who's found an ingenious way of keeping cool in the summer sun. If it's too much to take, you have to improvise using the materials around you. Now that's what you call a straw hat. It's a shame though, he'd look nice with a bit of an orangutan. But if you really want to stay cool, hat'll do nicely. Over to California now to meet another clever pup. This is Miss Minnie, a terrifically talented Yorkshire Terrier.
You know this woman who owns this dog is insane, right? Because there's no reason why this dog should have a miniature washing machine and a miniature basket to put its clothes in the washing machine.
You look into the dog's eyes and there's proper sadness there that it's being forced to complete these pointless tasks by this woman.
Well, it's not every day you see such an impressive pooch, is it? All right, Pudsey, stop showing off. Off to Canada at number 13, where there seems to be a cat food burglar on the loose. The mysterious underfloor felon is actually a sneaky raccoon, helping himself to the feline food. Very sneaky indeed. No wonder the cat has run away to higher ground. He looks completely perplexed. Next up we have a canine who loves to look after his canines. The last time I went to the dentist he was clearly impressed. He talked about some sort of plaque and even gave me a crown.
Fundamentally, I'm a man who struggles to remember to brush his teeth twice a day, and I don't need dogs making me look bad. So I think that this guy is far too big for his boots and needs to be kept away from everyone immediately. I also question why he's wearing a t-shirt. I think that that's more impressively anthropomorphic of him than, in fact, the brushing is. You know, everyone needs oral hygiene, but he's already wearing nature's clothes. Fur.
At number 11 on our countdown is Coco, a dexterous dog in both mind and body.
Automoka, good girl. Good girl, nice down dog.
That is a dog absolutely nailing the downward dog yoga position. But what I would say is, I don't want to show off, but my dog can absolutely nail even more yoga positions. He knows loads. There is the roll around on the floor, and then his personal favourite, the eat his own poo over and over again.
I don't want to be dismissive, but that's a move that dog can do, isn't it? Like, dogs, it's a downward dog. I'd like to see him do a warrior too. That'd be, have the dog just, I don't know how you do it, but I don't think it's that impressive.
Yikes, I pulled a muscle just watching that. A quick recap now from 20 to 11. We met the lights out kitty, a helpful hound, a chatty bird, the tooth plucking parrot, this burger flipping pooch, a shady orangutan, a tricky terrier, a food thief, the minty fresh mutt, and a downward dog. There are just 10 more clever creatures to come, so let's get moving. Off to the UK to meet a nimble-fingered fellow who's utterly brilliant at juggling. Take it away.
Such a delightful thing to watch an animal like that play. And of course, all play in animals is geared to teach them skills that they'll use to survive. But, you know, I can't help thinking, it's like the Harlem Globetrotter. That is Harlem Globetrotter. Basically, you can see he's rolling it around and balancing on his nose, and he's like he's doing tricks. I'd pay to watch that.
Couldn't tell if it was a chestnut or not, and then I thought maybe he's actually being attacked by a supersonic snail and nobody's really picked up on it.
It's time to travel across the pond to the US at number 9, where a dog has got bored of sticks. Now he plays fetch with children instead. Nice bit of doggy paddling on the way out. I wonder if he'll use the bark stroke on his return. Safely brought back in. You deserve a round of applause. At number 8 we head to Colombia for another game of fetch, but this time with a feline. You heard right. This clever kitty is Jacinto, who's got a bit of a dog complex.
Okay, so we say this is a cat that thinks he's a dog, but I think it's actually a dog who's just got an amazing fancy dress outfit and is going to a party that night dressed as a cat.
Time to go to Canada, where we're with a dog who's unfortunately lost his sight, but picked up a new helpful skill instead.
Right down on the ground, look down. The other way. There you go.
That's right, he can understand humans. A pretty impressive talent, but make sure he doesn't start listening into your private conversations. Pugs are terrible gossips. At least that's what my chihuahua told me. At number 6 we meet a bird who's incredibly adept at picking locks. Or perhaps that should be pecking locks. A lot of birds turn to crime, but the problem with parrots is they're repeat offenders. Who's a pretty naughty boy then?
That African grey parrot really is smart. They have the intelligence of a 5 or 6 year old human child, so they can really work things out. They've been taught to speak so many words, so they really are up there in terms of animal intelligence.
This one's brilliant at problem solving. You can see it tackling a whole series of different problems and, you know, opening the latch, undoing the lock and getting its food reward. They're really smart, long-lived animals.
Thank you.
25 clips have been and gone, and there are just 5 more to go. But which one of these clever creatures will be the smartest of the bunch? Off to Canada now, home of Mounties, ice hockey and vain bulldogs. Well, at least one anyway. Caesar here absolutely loves himself.
Are you cute? Yeah, so cute.
Oh, look at it, it's so cute. I do love bulldogs, I think they're adorable, and this little bulldog is the cutest bulldog ever. It's so cute. I shouldn't be saying this in front of him, but he's just like, oh, whatever. He loves looking at himself in mirrors, actually. He's quite vain.
Are you so cute? Are you cute? Yeah, so cute.
Yeah, you'd like a knee do it now. Look, oh, is that your hand? It's my hand doing that. Oh, yeah.
Off to Florida at number 4 to get tricky with another talented terrier. Dodge the Jack Russell can walk on his front paws, do the weekly shopping, and even skateboard.
The smartest animal has got to be, it's got to be Lassie, isn't it? Lassie, she's up there. Lassie is the #1 reason that you never see kids trapped down mine shafts anymore. You know, either that or Stephen Fly.
Dolphins are meant to be very intelligent, aren't they? But, I always think it's a shame they don't have arms, because we'll never know how fast they'll be able to do a Rubik's cube. I think they'd be very good at it.
I saw a dolphin on Countdown and he didn't even get a 6-letter word, so it was pretty dumb.
It's time for our top 3 now, and we're off to meet Pika, a clever kitty who's very well read. I was checking out the New York Times bestsellers list earlier. The current top titles are The Great Gatsby, A Tale of Two Kitties, and 50 Shades of Strays.
I was looking at this cat's book collection. It's quite interesting to see. He's got a Lego Club catalogue there behind him. Behind that he's got a copy of Homer's Odyssey. I'm a bit confused as to what kind of level he's actually at.
Maybe the cat is going to rule the world. Maybe it's a prophecy. The cat is the first of many who will begin to read and then become super intelligent, and then next minute we know we are the pets and we've been taken over. Who knows? Who knows?
At number 2, we go from a cat who can read to a dog who can do maths. Seriously, he can. I'm not sure how he's working out that sum, but his answer has a certain ring to it.
You could probably ask this dog a number of questions. How many times have you thought about running away from your owner? How many times have you felt humiliated today?
So we finally reached our number one clever creature and we're off to Russia to meet Tima, who's smarter than the average bear. As well as hula hooping and doing whatever that is, Tima can even play the trumpet. A real grizzly Gillespie.
Very impressed with this guy's trumpet skills, because, I mean, you've got to have quite a specific embouchure to even make a sound out of a trumpet. And he seems to have nailed it, which is great, considering the size of a bear's jaw. Less impressed with the chair tricks. I mean, I can sit on a chair.
At least the bear now knows how it is to travel via air. Because you don't often see a bear on a plane.
So congratulations to brainy bear Tima, who takes home the title of Animal Antics' cleverest creature and gets his massive paws on our number one trophy. I think he's certainly entitled to blow his own horn, don't you? That's your lot, I'm afraid. It's time for us to go walkies. But don't be too upset, because we won't be gone for long. Even as I speak, somewhere in the world there's a hilarious hound, frightened feline, or misunderstood monkey with a camera pointing at it. And when they get posted online, we'll be ready to make them a star of our next show. So keep your cameras rolling, keep uploading, and who knows, one of these days your pet could be claiming the number one spot on Animal Antics. See you next time.